Hi, Assalamualaikum, and a very good morning. I wish to our fellow classmates and beloved lecturer, Mr. Rafil. Today, I'm Hanif, my friend Laliitha, and I'm Hanif. We will be presenting about the topic that we have chosen before. We do not have the expertise, but we did lots of research about this topic. You might wonder, what are we going to talk about today? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk about two active learning strategies that you'll never know you need this until you met us presenting these slides. We only got one agenda. We want you to understand what is active learning and the two strategies that we have chosen. Active learning means the activities that students do to construct knowledge and understanding, and that require them to do high order thinking skills. Such an example, it can be case-based learning, student-generated task questions, decision-making activities, and debate. Before we begin, I would like to quote this old Chinese proverb. It says, "What I hear, I forget. What I see, I remember. What I do, I understand." And I bet you guys still remember about that statistic that says people tend to remember 90% about what they do. And this include the teaching other people. The two strategies that we have chosen are team-based learning, which will be covered by me, and active note-taking technique will be explained by Ms. Laliitha. Team-based learning, it actually same as study group, just using a fancier name. It consists of 5 to 7 people in a group, and it stresses students to make a preparation outside of the class and knowledge application in the class itself. Why you need to do team-based learning? Because two hits are always better than one. And the online platform that we have nowadays make it easier for us to stay connected to each other. When you have lots of hits into one discussion, you can get lots of perspective from other people. You can do tasks more faster, and thus you can seek clarification in a group. Aside from that, as I see, by teaching or explaining knowledge to other people will make your understanding better. Next, team-based learning also can help you to avoid procrastination. Why? Because there is a moral support and encouragement from our friends, and that makes studying more entertaining. We tend to avoid study because it is very boring and difficult task to do when you are alone. And this, but from the encouragement, we will stay motivated to reach the goals, as it generates positive atmosphere around us. As a result, we will be more confident and comfortable in achieving our goals. Overall, nowadays, most professionals' careers require collaboration with our colleagues on a project. So, team-based learning can prepare you for the real world. Next, I will pass the presentation to Ms. Laliitha.
Thank you, Hanif. So now I am going to explain about active note-taking techniques. Next. So basically, for active note-taking techniques, we can divide it into three parts, which is the pre, during class, and post-class. So taking notes before lecture or pre-lecture notes is where you will download all these. If you have these lecture slides, you'll download it. And if you are using a textbook, it means you will read through the chapter that you will be studying for the class, which is a day earlier or even a few days earlier. It depends on you. So for us, we have this Putra Blast, we have this website, so we can download our notes from there, and we need to go through. It's like going through, then we'll highlight or jot down the important parts that we need to focus. Usually, how do we identify which is the important part? As you read through the notes, you will find some of these chapters or some of the subtopics are a bit hard to understand. So you need to jot down that or highlight that part so that you can focus more on the class. So next. As I said, when we are doing this highlighting stuffs on our notes or in the lecture notes, we can be more focused on the class during the lecture because we know what to focus and we know what we are going through, or we are reading or studying. So next. So the second step is note taking during the lecture. Usually lecturers, they will give a lot of clues for the examination during their lecture, which is not really in the slides or in the textbooks. So what we must do is jot down those important notes on our notes that we have done before this, which is the pre-lecture notes, or even if you are using a textbook, you can jot down at the side of the textbook. Next. It is very important to jot down the points that the lecturer is saying, which is not inside the textbook or the lecture notes, and not everything from the lecture. Because here, what I mean active by this is we do understand what the lecturer is saying, and we are writing down the facts that we think it's important. So that is the active learning part of this note-taking technique. So next. So lastly, the third chapter is note-taking after class. So usually note-taking after class is where you will combine your pre-lecture notes and the during lecture notes to make a completely new notes, or just re-edit your past notes. The next. Doing new notes or edit your pre-notes, it's your choice, because someone or somebody will prefer doing a new notes. Like me, myself, I prefer to do new notes, which is complete and it's nice to see. So I do have the appeal to read the notes. Some of us may edit our pre-notes or during lecture notes, although it's like a messy or compact, but we will find it easy to study because we do have all the informations in the notes. So next. So in conclusion, after hearing to Hanif and myself explaining about note-taking techniques, I hope you guys will use these two beautiful methods to study, because active learning is a proven technique to help us to achieve our study goals. Remember that study smart, not hard. During this ODL, which is online distance learning, this is very important as we have lots and lots of homeworks assignment to submit. So we don't have much time to study well. So we need to use our time wisely by using these active learning strategies. So next. So that's all from us. Thank you.